Okay, so this is our first video looking at equations of a circle. And what we're going to do first is we're going to introduce the concept of a circle and how we can formulate an equation from it. So what I've done here is I've drawn it as a generic circle which has a centre AB and it's got a radius of r. So how can I write this as an equation? Well, there's a really nice equation that we use, and this is the same for any circle that we draw during GCSE. And the equation for this is x minus a all squared plus y minus b all squared, which is equal to r squared. So what I want us to take close note of here is, can you see that these are my values for my centre? So this a and this b value are the values of my centre. And these signs are actually different when they're in the equation. So in this actual circle, can you see that they're positive? Whereas in the equation, they're negative. Okay, so the sign changes when I plug them into the equation. So if I had a negative a here, this would be a positive a in the equation. The next thing I want to notice is that here, my value of r is obviously my radius, but in this equation, they give it as r squared. So whatever the value is that this is all equal to, remember that I have to square root this answer to find the radius. Okay, so what I want us to do now is I want us to actually consider the equation. So we have x minus 2 all squared plus y plus 4 all squared equals to 1 over 9. Okay, we can do this by comparison, okay? I've given us the initial equation that we use to work out a circle. Let's actually use it now. So, looking at this then, can you tell me what is my centre? Okay, hopefully you're shouting out at the screen that my centre is this value here and this value here. But remember that we need to notice this actual sign change here. So in the equation above, we had minus a and minus b, and that corresponded to a centre of AB. This time we've got minus 2 and plus 4, which means that my centre is going to be 2 minus 4, because we have to have a sign change. So my centre is 2 minus 4. Okay, the next thing we need to notice here is my radius. My radius is given by 1 over 9. Remember that this is actually r squared. So in order to find the radius, I need to square root it because I just want to find r. So my radius is the square root of 1 over 9. Okay, let's imagine we don't have a calculator on this. Let's try and do this in our head. Well, the square root of 1 over 9 is the same as the square root of 1 all over the square root of 9. Well, the square root of 1 we know is obviously just 1. What about the square root of 9? That should give me 3. So this implies that my radius is 1/3 and that my centre is at 2 minus 4. Brilliant. Okay, and we've answered both A and B for this question. If you're still struggling to understand circles, let's have a look at some of the other videos that we have on the website.